Hey, Mark the Meerkat here with Grok Trade with the two trades of the day. And it was a very frustrating day on Wall Street today. So let me show you what was happening. First of all, on Baidu, B-I-D-U here, it ran up here after opening, and a lot of our friends made some money in there from the day trading chat room. And then it topped out here at 10 o'clock, and then it was falling, falling, falling. Did a low base, dropped to the 282 here, and then bounced up here, now basing underneath 294. So I went ahead and I set up a long trade just above that. The markets were moving up at this point, so it's going to support trades that were going to be going to the upside. And so I set my trade right there. Let's see what happened next. And boom, there it popped in, and I am now long here on Baidu at 194.41. Now I have an automatic 1% attached stop that as soon as I'm in, it immediately sets my stop at 1% from exactly 1% behind where I got in. So that was right around in this area here. So then after I was in the trade, it tagged this 50 moving average, started to pull back. So I said, I'm going to reduce my risk off the 1%. Bringing my stop up just under this 200 moving average here. By the way, these are 1-minute candles I'm trading off of. These principles apply whether each candle is 1 minute, 5 minutes, or 1 day. The exact same principles apply here. So I've got my stop here just under the 193 and the 200 moving average. But it's hitting its head here at the 50 moving average as possible line of resistance, so it's not taking off here. Oh well. Let's see, sometimes they turn out, sometimes they don't, and now there did break out here to the 195.50, but now it's basing right at 195.50. See that? Keeps hitting its head, keeps piercing it, but doesn't go above it. So I set up a half a trade, and my rule is if it stalls at a line of resistance, that I take out half. Now stalls versus reverse is different. If it reverses, I just get out. But it stalls, I'm to take out half. Now, whether it's for a 0.5% or whether it's for 20%, same rule applies. I'm trading what I see here. So I'm going to go ahead and I took out half here at 195.45 for 0.5%. And that, yeah, just a 0.5% on that one. That's okay. It stalls there. Lock in a little bit of profit. I'm bringing my stop up here to break even. I'm right at break even here. And let's see what happened next. And bam, look at that. It just started to, it dropped, and it dropped suddenly through there. And my stop at break even at 194.41 didn't fill until 194.19 for minus 0.1% on the second half. So this total trade here, let's take a look at it. It was a high base. It broke out. I got in. When it stalled it at a line of resistance, I took out half, and then I put my stop at break even, but it filled below that. So this total net trade was for 0.2% in 7 minutes. This was very typical what was happening today. Although what would typically happen is it would pop up, I'd get in, and then immediately it would drop back 2 and 3, 4% sometimes in the next 1 to 2 minutes. So that was very typical of today. I'll show you the rest of my trades in a moment. I want to show you a second trade here. And this was on BTBT. So let me change over to that one. All right, this is the second trade, BTBT. Now, Bitcoin did break 20,000 today. And so this is BTBT. Is it a digital currency trade? And it does have shorts, so all the other ones do not have shorts. So I was looking to short this one as that whole sector was pulling back after Bitcoin ran everything up here. So here it was. So it pierced this pivot line, and then it pierced it a second time, hit the 660. So I said, I'm going to go short if it drops below 660 here. So I had this set up as a short, and then this is my 1% attached stop right there. And you see if I move this around, it stays exactly 1% behind. So wherever I get filled, exactly 1% behind, my stop gets activated. This is to help protect my assets. Here you'll see why. So it did bounce right off of here, hit its head on this 8 EMA again, started to roll back down, got my order ready to go. Now this one, it's going to be hard to see because I'm doing it after the fact, but watch this. Bam! It drops down here right to the 660. I'm not in yet, but on the next candle, bam! Next candle, I get triggered into the trade right at 659. And then it proceeds to pop up here what is this? 3%. 3% run up in 1 minute. In 1 minute, 3% run up. And guess what? I got stopped out in 6 seconds. That's right. It got me in. My stop got activated. It popped up and got me out in 6 seconds at 665 for minus 0.9% in 6 seconds. This is why I have an attached stop. If it starts to go against me, this is how I protect myself. Again, a 6-second trade there. Very frustrating. And then what did it do after that? Well, let's see here. After it popped up there, it did drop all the way to the 200 moving average, used that as support, and then did bounce up and then reversed. So that's a good lesson as to why to use a stop. All right, let's take a look at what we did do in our trades today. Again, very frustrating day because many times today that they would break out or break down and then immediately reverse even a bigger percentage wise. I did have a 1% trade here on APAH to start the day off, but then look at this, minus 0.8, minus 0.9, the one I just showed you here on BTBT, and then 0.2, 0.4, 0.5 in the green, minus 0.2, plus, look at how small all of these are. Then the last trade of the day I was able to squeeze out here in TLRY, a 1% trade. So I had two 1% trades today. Everything else was 0.9% or less, either to the positive or the negative. However, the statistics for the day ended up being not too bad. We ended up being 7 out of 11 for 63%. And 0 errors. I followed my trading rules exactly. But you know what? A week and a half ago on a Monday, I followed my rules exactly. I had about 11 trades, and I had a 20% day. But today, we were right here at 1.8% for the day. So here, our actual reward risk ratio, again, we had 63% success rate above our 60% target. However, our actual reward risk ratio was just about 1 to 1. So that's why I did not make a lot of money today, even though we hit our target on success rate. It's also your actual reward risk ratio, aka are you cutting your losers short, letting your winners run? Well, today my winners were not running, and so I total 1.8% today. With our model portfolio, that's about $180. And again, without this 1.1%, I was just plus 0.7% before that last trade of the day. Didn't care where I was for the day. I just trade what I see. Now, if we take a look here at the week, we've been having a real good week here. We've been above target here on many of our things here. For our weekly success rate, we're at 67%. And again, on Monday, we had 8%, 10% yesterday, hitting our stretch goal, 1% today. So we're at 20% for the week. Now, that's 20% what we call return on risk, not on your total portfolio. So if our model portfolio says you trade $10,000 lot size every trade, and so 1% of that would be equal to $100. So with a 1% attached stop, I'm risking $100. But with a every 1% we make, then for like 20% here, that would mean about $100 for each percent. So we're up about $2,000 for the week, and with 2 more days to trade. Our weekly target is 25%, 5 times 5% per day, or stretch goal is 50%, at 10% per day times 5. But we're almost to our goal, and we still have 2 more days to trade. But we don't know if we're going to make money tomorrow or not. We just trade what we see. So I'd like to just paraphrase Mark Douglas in his book, Trading in the Zone, and that is that you must focus on the now moment in the markets, not on what happened in the past, and not what you think is going to happen in the future. You have to focus on what's happening right now. This is Mark the Meerkat. Trade well and happy Hanukkah.